Hey guys, look, it's done. No, it's not. Not even close. Drive shaft still not there. It's being held up by a tire and pocket knife. Oh well. It's close to what it's gonna look like though. Got the tires and rims mounted up just literally like 5 minutes ago. The first two, which are mounted on this axle, the rear axle, probably took me an hour to do both. No trimming of foams, nothing. These two that are up front and the other one on the other side took me 2 days, and I had to trim the foams a lot just to get it to work right. Kind of a pain with those. And the RC 4-wheel drive Pro 10 rims with the Pitbull 1.9 tires. Finally got it though, really excited. First time I get to see, and you, how it's gonna look with these tires and wheels. I think it's gonna look sweet. They fit perfectly in the wheel wells. Let's take this one. Just enough room. Because I am going with like leaf springs and whatnot, I'm not planning on a ton of articulation. That's just resting there right now while I wait for my leaf spring kit from rcbros.com. I think that's supposed to come in next week sometime. So once I get that, I'll have to modify the chassis a little bit. Still have to make some sort of brace for the rear. Yeah. Underneath had to do a little bit of modifications. I got my MIP Wraith drive shafts, and I installed both long outputs or inputs, whatever you want to call it, onto the rear drive shaft. It still wasn't long enough where the transmission was originally, which was already one hole back on for the skid plate. So I ended up moving the whole thing back so it's only held in right at the very edge. Lots of room now for that dig shift servo. The drive shafts work perfectly. It's just the perfect length now. The only problem is the interior needs a lot of modification to fit. Kind of sucks because everything's all clearanced for where it was before, but I wasn't about to spend $50 for one single new rear drive shaft, which from RC 4-wheel drive, which was supposed to be released and then they took it off the site. So not even sure if those are coming, but I needed like a 7-inch long, 8-inch long drive shaft for the rear, something crazy like that. So I did this. I figured I'd rather attempt to modify a $7 skid plate than spend $50 and end up not working or something like that. So that means the interior is going to have to be somewhat redone. Yeah, doesn't sound like fun now. A lot of work to get that to fit just all perfectly. You can see here I also got the Integy 35 turn motor on there. I took off the sticker just to make it all nice and black. Took the sticker residue off with acetone. Seemed to work really well, and it's all mounted up in there. To do this also I had to put the transmission, hopefully this works, on spacers. I think they're about 6mm long spacers, which raises the center of gravity. But I mean, this truck weighs so much, and actually it'll have a pretty low ride height, because with the leaf springs I'm not planning to have it really high up. I want it to look basically how it was mocked up at the beginning of this video, which means excuse me, that it'll be sitting pretty low. But I also had to notch, let's get a better angle, notch the motor plate just a little bit to fit the the chassis rail through. But I definitely had to notch a big chunk out of that to make it all work. Regarding the interior, if I can get it out now. Oh, come on. Servo wire stuck. I got my micro servo, all plastic dipped, ready to be used for turning that steering wheel. So when I turn the steering wheel, everything will turn. Yep, that'll be interesting to see how I get that done too. But for right now, I'm pretty happy that I just got these mounted up. Took way too long, I think. Too bad it's not even that the beads don't work that well. It's that the compound is so soft on these, like, that it just pulls out because there's not enough force on it. It's they seem like they'd be great tires. It's just too bad they don't work great with these. I think I have to order up some new hardware for the two front ones that I took 2 days to get on, because in trying to do it so many times, it's actually taking the black off the screws. Right about there you can see. So it kind of just makes them stand out more. I was thinking of going to Nylock silver ones, and just to make it kind of stand out less, but not sure. But once you get the wheel nut on and stuff, it looks pretty good with the black. We'll see when I get that. Other than that, I think that's about it for right now. Just waiting for the RC Bros leaf spring kit and a new servo, which I will let you know when I get it. Thanks, guys.